Now then, I can't see anyone's faces. It's fucking weird. So I've got a script in front of me, and it's not because I'm not talented and I haven't practiced my stuff, it kind of is. But it's because this is the R moment for everybody, the pity the poor disabled in the room. I've got a brain injury.
Aww.
So I've done the script for a couple of reasons, so I don't lose my way, but also just in case the DWP are here. Problem's got in menu. So I'm at a slightly different stage of parenting than the rest of the group. Everyone's got little ones. My children are adults. Yes, I do look very young, thank you very much. I get me fillers from McDonald's. If anybody wants to know how to look a bit younger, chub out. So what's happening to Jim? So I'm at a completely different stage, because apparently it's inappropriate to breastfeed your children when they're in their early 20s. No one told me. Use with younger ones, you're worried about things like meningitis and whooping cough, and I'm just fixated on ketamine use. And STIs, all mums have got to find a way to cope, haven't they? So comedy, LOL. This comedy situation, it's a bit weird. It's really difficult to get up on stage when you're a woman and do comedy, because it's quite a, let's get all feminist, quite a patriarchal affair. And there's so much like proper hardcore criticism of female comedians. So blokes will turn around and say, oh, women, they're just not funny. All they ever joke about is dating, being a bit fat and vaginas, and it's just not true. I'm here to change that. Just wait. I'm here to change that, people. So anyway, the other day this bloke asked me out on a date. I said no, so he called me a fat twat. Which was very insightful, because I have got a really chubby mons pubis. So anyway, my son's in the room. Totally is, or the womb destroyer, as I like to call him. The pelvic floor terminator. We'll meet that in a little while. So anyway, if you don't know what a mons pubis is, some people call it a monkey's head. I refer to mine as an orangutan's upper torso. It's a bit more hench than your usual vag. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, body image, let's go back to body image, like female comedians do. I've been with my husband 25 years. Because we're really emotionally lazy and could not be asked to get a divorce. And I love him. There are reasons that I love him, because even though physically we've changed in 25 years, 18 years old I was when I met him. I was a sexy little bulimic. I was so skinny and emotionally distraught I could have slipped down a grid. But he's a cracking cook. I'm not vomiting that shit up. I'd be disrespectful with him. So both our bodies have changed. We get wider, we get smaller, we get wider, we get smaller. But there are those things that he's still attracted to. So he's got these lovely long eyelashes that look like he could clean windows with them. He's got a Kardashian ass before the Kardashians had an ass like that. An ass that won't quit. And not to be too intimate.
Just do it.
If you have a nervous or a slightly embarrassed disposition, fuck off the toilets. Because I'm about to be personal. So anyway, luckily, he's in the room. Happy Christmas, lads. Luckily, he still has what kind of tantalised me in the first place. Rockstar has got a cock like a bollard. I mean, the dimensions, girth and what have you, not the texture. That would be a very serious STI. You'd have to go and see a doctor, wouldn't you? Especially if it smelled like the ones by ours. Anyway. The fact that he's got a cock like a bollard is fabulous, because I gave birth to a £10 baby. I swear to God, my son was born, he was £10. He literally spilled out looking like he was working the door at the Paradox. Honest to God. Rich shit house he was, honest to God. So obviously, you know, that pelvic floor region. So sometimes people go on about the pelvic floor being loose and they're like, oh, got a fanny like a bin bag. I haven't got a fanny like a bin bag. Mine's the porthole to the solar system. I swear to you. So, if you ever want to find out if there's life on Mars, just come with me to me next smear. Bring the telescope. Happy Christmas again. So anyway, well, let's lift it up a little bit. We're talking about vaginas. We need to be a little bit more positive. We're talking about rough pelvic floors. So anyway, last year my dad died. Woo! Anyone else in the Dead Dad Club? Whoop, whoop. Death is so weird, isn't it? The family politics that comes out. It kind of made me reflect a little bit. My mum and dad split up years ago. And it made me little kind of, I had to kind of organise his funeral and stuff like that. And I don't really get on with my mum very well. She's a little bit of a sociopath. She's got a little bit of a sniff of the Hannibal Lecter about her, and I'm alright with that, I stay away. But, excuse me, I'm choking, she's literally wishing me dead. I'm not gonna lie. She's voodooing the living shit out of me. So anyway, the day after my dad died, the hospital phoned me up and said, your dad's put himself down to, you know, donate tissue and organs and what have you. And I was like, I'm not being funny, but your body's fucked. What are you going to have? So she responded with, well, can I just say, for a gentleman of 78 years of age, his corneas are fabulous. To which I replied, are you fucking kidding? Have you seen the clip of him out? I don't believe you. So anyway, a few weeks ago, we actually genuinely got a certificate called, has anybody ever had them? St. John's certificate, and it's literally, when somebody's donated an organ or tissue, you get this certificate to go, is right, we've used it. So I read it, I done one of those boo-hoos and everything, it was great, I had emotional, I've got a heart. So what happened was, so I'm reading it, and apparently this 88-year-old fella has been donated my dad's corneas. Genuinely, it's a true story. I've got it on, it's right, Johnny Walks. Although my dad had good vision, he had shit taste, so this 88-year-old fella has left his wife of 60 years for a lookalike of Timmy Mallett. So there's highs and lows, you know. So that thing, anyway, of work, I'll have to have a drink for this one. I'm nearly done, I promise. Get ready for that. Just copying off Eddie, do you know what I mean? So, when you're reflecting at a funeral and stuff like that, when you've lost somebody, I realised the only things that I've actually got in common with my dad are my ginger hair, my appetite and my risk of heart attack and stroke. Which is a bit of a piss because my dad was dead talented. He was a singer, professional singer, which also means unemployed but owns a microphone. He was a winner. And then I realised, if I had been inherited a singing voice, if I was able to belt it out like the Ginger Tom Jones that he was, I'd be shitloads of famous. I'd have been Adele before Adele was Adele. Do you know what I mean? challenge about that, though, is I've never really had heartbreak. I've been with my fella since I was 18. So she's got 3 albums full of, whinging about her ex-fellas. But I've just got this long-term, very wonderful, beautiful, tiny bit arbitrary relationship where we don't really argue. So I decided to rewrite, as my last piece for years, a very emotional interpretation of one of her very famous songs. Remember, I didn't inherit my dad's voice. Don't cheer too loud. And it's basically outlining those challenges within a long-term relationship. When you laugh if you want. But sometimes you don't agree, okay? And I obviously did a weeping. So, hello? It's me. I was wondering if you want to go the chippy for our tea. We can go halves on fried rice. Then split a bag of chips, there's salt and pepper's really nice. Now there's a choice between us. Shall we order or walk round? Grab my mobile off the side. We'll use Just Eat, me feet are tired. Can you order some curry? The barbecue is too sweet. And make sure you get a Diet Coke, we don't want to overeat anymore.